banks of the Ohio River, there's a look at what's now known as Paycor Stadium here in Cincinnati. Today, no waiting around. We jump right into an AFC North battle in Week 1 between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Cincinnati Bengals. Here's the former Cornhusker Brett Maher to get this one started. And we are underway from Cincinnati. This is taken just shy of the 10. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. Last year's leading rusher in the NFL, this is Jonathan Taylor. And they'll get to him quickly here as he'll get a yard, just a yard to the 22.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
They go play action with Eason. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
We know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. Here's Eason to throw. That is taken in by Rodgers. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. A very well-executed play. It goes for 29 yards. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. They'll going for Jefferson downfield. Got his man. It's caught for a Steelers touchdown. Excellent start there. First drive of the season. Big-time success putting it in the end zone.
And remember, that was done without any real map of how to do it. In other words, the deeper you get into the season, you get game film to work off of, tendencies to work off of. The first drive of the season, things can be entirely different than what you've seen in the past. It's a really good job of execution by them.
They'll run here with Raheem Mostert. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Second down. Here's Mostert again. And he's able to break out of one tackle, but then quickly brought down. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Now Lawrence to throw. That's into the hands of the tight end Boyle. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And that's going to make it 4th down.
Now that's going to be a tough one to explain when they get together and watch the game film, isn't it? I mean, they had the right call, had the out route. He's got to know where the first down sticks are, yet he steps out of bounds that close. Not their best play.
They're going on 4th down. Lawrence. And he'll be touched down here, but not before he does pick up the first. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll run the draw with Mostert. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46. Well, you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
He rifles one that's intercepted. It's Kyler Duggar who picks it. And the Steelers are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line. That, Charles, the first interception he's thrown here in year number 2.
And I know it's just the first one, but didn't it feel like what we saw from him last year, where he was plagued by this type of a play? And they thought that, you know, over the offseason, going into a second season, some of that would go away. Thus far, still looks a lot like his rookie year.
They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now Eason. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. This is caught inside the 15. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
But he reminded us that he was a 1,000-yard receiver a year ago as he starts off week 1 picking up right where he left off. He told us at the end of the preseason he was primed for a big year. He just gave us excellent evidence of his belief.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Running straight ahead, Taylor. And he's going to work this one down to about the 5. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
2nd down, another run with Taylor. And he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Jonathan Taylor, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Steelers lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game. Extra point by York is up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. From his end zone, here's Tremont Smith. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. Charles, it's kind of gut check time. Look, I know it's early, first quarter, just their 2nd drive of the game, but they've already thrown the interception, given up the score. You're down double digits. They got to figure out something, and pretty quickly here.
No doubt about it, and when we look at that sideline, I'm sure you're observing the same thing I am. I don't like the body language at all. They look like they're in a state of stunned disbelief. So to me, we always talk about someone stepping up and making a big play. I think it would behoove them if multiple guys step up and make big plays right now. They need something positive to happen, and they need for it to happen now.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Up the middle they go with Mostert. And he'll get about 2 there to the 36.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instinct. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. Tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains.
Hey, keep it. Bravo. Hey, box up.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. This is Chase Claypool on the receiving end. And he's going to have the Bengals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Lawrence. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Mullen. And the Steelers are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line.
The CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
So the completion results there in 9 yards, and they'll have a 2nd and 1 forthcoming. Eason. And he's got this to Jefferson. And he's finally taken down, and it's a big gain there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. This offense in midseason form here in the opener. It's 1st and 10. Eason sets to throw it. Another one on this play for Justin Jefferson. And they're going to get this down to about the 37. With that grab, he now sits at 200 for his career, and maybe more importantly, a first down. Throwing is Eason. Over the middle, complete. That's Rodgers. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Eason. He's going to look deep down the field. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
Tremendous field position there and a perfect time to do exactly what they did. Take a shot at the end zone. They went for the big play, just unable to complete it.
Play action. It's Eason. Able to connect with Dotson. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 15-yard line. The Steelers able to pick up 18 yards there.
Well, things are definitely going right for them here in the first half. Pick a down, any down, even 3rd down, no problem. They get a connection there and pick up a fresh set of downs, continuing to move the ball.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Well, it hasn't been a banner first half for the defense trying to cover him today, but they'll take that one right there, helping force that incompletion.
To throw again on 2nd down. Eason to the right side, complete to Taylor. And in for the Steelers, touchdown. Jonathan Taylor, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Steelers are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. Extra point by York is up and good. And it's now 21-0. York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. On the return, here comes Smith out of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Bengals drive about to get going. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points. But then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
Well, that's the 3rd interception for Lawrence. It's the former Patriot Devin McCourty. And the Steelers are going to take possession of the football. Boy, so another interception, CD. It feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit. And
as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Here's Eason off the play fake. And he'll just get rid of it.
I'll give them credit winning that first snap and forcing an incompletion. They're hoping that'll deflate the offense a little bit after they took the field charged up after taking over after a turnover.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. To throw again. Eason. This pass hauled in by Dotson. And he'll be brought down at the 27. And great starting position to begin the drive, but now they look up at a 3rd and 5. A give for Taylor running right side. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. An effective 7-yard 3rd down conversion.
I definitely like the play call. You don't expect it on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, do you? You expect a pass play. Had a little courage there to call the run, and boy, they were successful.
On 1st down, Jacob Eason. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. That'll go for a gain of 7, and that's going to bring up 2nd down. From the gun is Eason. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Demario Davis coming in for the sack that time.
But that's what they have to do more of defensively. Not just getting sacks, but they have to keep getting in his face. Not let him get his feet set and deliver. He's been carving him up previously.
Yeah, already has a couple of touchdown passes. About time they put a few grass stains on that jersey. Throwing on 3rd and long. Eason. And Jones has it over the middle. And they'll hustle up to stop him well shy of the first, right around the 15. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll be 4th down. York able to send this one through. And the route is on. It's 24-0. So they get the turnover in plus territory. The drive stalls out, but still able to get 3 out of that.
Yeah, we were able to see an offense and a defense kind of mix and match with each other, didn't we? Both of them trying to make sure that they have the upper hand and the advantage. Offense trying to get to the end zone. Defense, of course, trying to hold them to a field goal attempt. And it wasn't a guaranteed lock 3 from where they started. So, you know, the offense has to be happy to come away with those 3 points.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And Charles, nothing like squaring off with a division opponent, a division rival in week 1. Do you like that they are matching up this early, or would you prefer a game like this be a few weeks down the road?
I actually like the early matchup for a few reasons, Brandon. First of all, it allows you to see that the entire offseason and know, hey, right out of the gate, we're playing a division game. Second part is it spreads them out a little bit. If you just have them all bunched up at the end of the year, that's not as much fun watching teams trying to survive that gauntlet when you do have injuries down the stretch. And last but not least, let's face it, we're TV people. What a great game to sell right out of the gate.
On 2nd down, Mostert. And not much doing. He'll get this only up to about the 36. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd down, Lawrence. Open man here is Conklin. And this effort won't do it. He needed to get to the 45. He's a yard or 2 short. 4th down. Here's Lawrence. It's complete. Swings it out to his running back. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. That 4th down decision, unconventional but effective. And they indeed come up now with a 1st and 10, a fresh set of downs. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Once again, it's Mostert. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A yard in the wrong direction makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. Out of the end zone comes Smith. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The Bengals drive about to get going. We'll see, Charles, if they had a chance to hit the reset button at halftime. They have not scored. They're facing this big deficit. And if they're going to come back, it's going to have to start right now.
Yeah, and for them, it's not dwelling in the negative because, yes, they were totally ineffective in the first half. But we've seen many games that have flipped around in the second half. It all starts with this drive right here. They get something good going, put some points on the board, they begin to have hope.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. A run with Mostert up the middle. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Big A'Shawn Robinson has made a career of this. Another tackle for loss.
But these guys are going to chop into that deficit. They got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage. No yardage to be found.
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Lawrence. Well, that's the 3rd interception for Lawrence. Picked off by Nashon Wright. And the Steelers are going to take possession of the football.
Well, I think everyone who's watching was certainly hoping to see things get a little bit better for them in this half, weren't we? But it was a downright miserable first half that's carried over with an interception to begin the second half. That's a defeated offense right there. And there's still a lot of game left. I don't think that's the last turnover we're going to see today, partner.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They go play action with Eason. Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. Touchdown. Marvin Jones, 44 yards. And the Steelers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by York is up and good. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. On the return, here comes Smith out of the end zone. Oh, a good return up past the 30. Past midfield. And now off to the races down the right side. And he will score. Touchdown, Bengals.
Well, he made the right choice by result, but a little bit surprising because now with touchbacks coming back to the 25 instead of the 20, when guys fielded that deep in the end zone, I think most coaches want to take a knee.
It's resulted in more game downs. Now right there. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. This taken in at the goal line. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. The offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I'll guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there because they know they have the upper hand on that defense right now.
Sliding out of the pocket. Man open right side. It's Rodgers. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. A gain of 10, good for a Steeler first down.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. That's caught inside the 20. A big play that time for Pittsburgh. And even 50 yards. Altogether, a pretty shaky start to the year for this defense as they defend another 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And it's hauled in by Rodgers for a Steeler touchdown. Armani Rodgers with his first career touchdown in his first career game. And the Steelers have opened the lead up to 30. Extra point by York is up and good. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. New York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. Out of the end zone comes Smith. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked by Trayvon Mullen. And the Steelers are going to take possession of the football. And you have to wonder, Charles, in a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it.
And in for the Steelers touchdown. Marvin Jones, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Steelers get another 3rd quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Extra point by York is up and good. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. On the return, here comes Smith out of the end zone. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. Tremont Smith. He will score. Touchdown, Bengals.
Again, open partner, I get fired up. 2 kickoff returns for touchdowns in the same game. This is fun to watch.
Yeah, we call a lot of games in a lot of different places. Sometimes it seems like we do it simultaneously, but we rarely get to see this. Extra point by Moore, up and good. So they do get one score back, but still a long way to go here in the 3rd quarter. And this doesn't work. The Steelers recover it. The risk reward of the onside kick. When you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling. And whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things, now that they've given up that type of field position,
and now this is intercepted. My goodness. And he will bring it back. It's a pick six for the Bengals TD. And maybe a small measure of revenge for this defense, because they've been thoroughly dominated so far, but a brief bright spot there with that pick six.
Seemingly coming up for air after being dominated, as you described. They get a nice play there. Probably not going to change the balance of this game, but they have to feel a little bit better about themselves after that.
I guess the last score wasn't enough for them. They want more. Here comes an onside kick. And this doesn't work. The Steelers recover it. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie. First and 10, Eason. Now this will be swung out wide for Taylor. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And the Steelers are going to be set up with a first and goal as good running gets them down to about the 4-yard line.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. He had to fight that time. Ran through one tackle, but ultimately he's only going to get back to the line of scrimmage.
And now defensively, you have to look at this like the game's on the line. It's just the third quarter, but another touchdown given up here could really spell an end to their chances. So they need to toughen up and keep them out of the end zone.
On second and goal, Eason looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Looked like both sides were anticipating a quick throw there, and the defense was ready to jump in and deny it, and they did.
A chance to really put this game out of reach. Here's third and goal. Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. And he is going to lose yardage here. Well, they tried to catch him by surprise, I think, there with that little pop pass on third down, but no luck.
You're right about no luck, but I did like the idea. I like the thought process. Make an unconventional call on third down sometimes. It can pop big. In this case, it didn't.
I got to think at this point, third quarter, if you're able to hold on to the ball, get 3 at the end, that's all you're looking for.
I would agree with that because right now, this is a job well done by them. In fact, it's almost time for handshakes, a little dap on the sidelines, maybe even start to discuss post-game plans. And for the guys who haven't played yet, go ahead and get loose. Your time is now.
The Bengals drive about to get going. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
He's going to drop this underneath to Mostert. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. From the gun, it's Lawrence. Winds up and lets it go for Samuel. That's caught inside the 20. A big play there for Cincinnati. 43 yards. So now following the big play, they've got a first and goal all the way down at the 10. Snap to Lawrence as he taps this forward. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. They've been in the red zone 3 times in this game and have not scored a single point. Can they break through here on second and goal? They run out of the shotgun with Mostert. And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard. Third and goal, trying to make that scoreboard at least a little more respectable. Now Lawrence. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
Hey, Echo! Leo! On the ball!
Here we go. Gotta have it. Lawrence. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They can't hook up here on the 4th down pass attempt. And this Steeler defense able to come up with a stop. So they'd converted their first 2 4th down attempts. Not there. Now they're 2 for 3.
You think maybe the offense coordinator expended a little capital on that one? You know, when you're 2 for 2, you can lob it for that 3rd one, right? Didn't get it there. Maybe now the head coach might not be so eager to go for it as we go forward.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Here's Eason to throw. That one complete out to Dotson. And he'll be out of bounds right around the 20. Short completion, just 4 yards. And now that sets up 3rd and 2. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Eason. Going right back to Dotson. And he will have the first down, but he winds up paying for it pretty good. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. They'll throw on first down with Eason. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. It's a gain of 9 yards. And it'll bring up a 2nd and short.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete. Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy, because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out, because this one, it was over a long time ago.
The passing game in rhythm right now for Pittsburgh. There's another first down. Throwing is Eason. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. Touchdown! Justin Jefferson. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Steelers are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their 4th quarter lead. The York on now for the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. The York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. of the end zone comes Smith. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And whatever promise they showed in the preseason has not translated into week one, because they have not been particularly competitive here at home, no less. These fans just kind of beside themselves right now. Second down, here's Mostert again. And again, the run defense stout this time. He maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, but no more. Maybe a gain of a yard that time, but yeah, from the spot, actually no gain. So third and long. Here's Lawrence. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Another pass attempt, another incompletion, and they're just a little over 100 yards passing here in this game, so defensively, pretty good job.
Definitely, because they were never really able to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, so a lot of credit to the defensive game plan, and especially the execution.
They're going on fourth down. Lawrence. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Bengals try it, but it doesn't work out. And boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Eason sets to throw it. And his throw is incomplete. Well, up big here in the fourth quarter, up really big. That pass and incompletion, I don't think they needed the completion, but Charles, this is an offense right now that they're just having fun. They're clicking on all cylinders.
Yeah, you're right. They didn't need a completion. They certainly don't need any more points, but they're not going to turn them down. They're going to continue to run what they have in their playbook, and they still want to run it efficiently.
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. York now for the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. On the return, here comes Smith out of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Bengals drive about to get going. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
They'll stay on the ground with Mostert. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. Lawrence will throw. Getting this out to the flat, Mostert. And he won't get close. Only a yard, 4th and 3.
Hey, Haywood!
And they'll try and throw for it with Lawrence. Completes it to Samuel. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. So after the big play on 4th, here's 1st and 10. Back to the running game with Mostert. And he'll follow his blockers there all the way down to the 23-yard line. On 1st down, they go with Mostert again. No dice this go around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock.
Hey, hold it. Hey, Charlie.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Lawrence able to hit his target, Claypool. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line. Now another timeout called for by the offense. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. Lawrence on 3rd down. He's got a man open. It's Chase Claypool. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. And now with 6 seconds remaining, they're going to burn their final timeout.
That's good for a Cincinnati Bengals. Hey, Delta.
A final shot now for Lawrence. And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete. Defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete pass we just saw. And they're under 200 yards passing for the game. So they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Deshaun Wright. And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. 20, 10, and he brings this one back. It's a pick-6 for a Steeler touchdown. Well, what has been a fantastic game for this defense has been rough for this offense. It's certainly a signal caller, Charles, that's thrown all these interceptions. Another one there, and this one taken all the way back for the score.
Partner hoping to hold a nice little spot in the post-game highlights to show this rip of interceptions and great plays.